Well, there's a friend of mine on this tour. We play a lot of sports together. He's also very competitive. And for years on this tour, we have said, at the end of the tour, like, hey, let's hang out the rest of the year. Let's play racquetball every week or every month. And we would try. We'd go play racquetball, and then one of us would get hurt, and then it would be like 11 months. We're on the tour again. That happened for many years. A lot of broken promises. And but one year, I was standing with him at a party, and we're talking about what we always talk about. We need to hang out more often. And he told me that he lived 1.5 miles from me now. And he just moved 1.5 miles from me. And I was like, oh, we have to do it now. You're basically in my neighborhood. And while we were talking, our wives were talking about one of their favorite TV shows, CBS Sunday Morning. Does anybody watch Sunday Morning on CBS? All right, whoever clapped, those people don't go to church on Sunday morning. Look at them, and we record ours and watch it later. Anyways, that show has a bunch of stories, like human interest stories, stories that make you feel good about humanity. And our wives were talking about that, and I just had this idea. I said, I think I found a way that we could spend more time together and one day get on our wife's favorite TV show. And he was like, well, what's that? I said, well, you live 1.5 miles from me, so what if I text you and we walk towards each other from our houses and we meet in the middle, wherever that is, and we give each other a high five, and then we walk back home. And we do that every week for 10 years, and that's the kind of story they do on CBS Sunday Morning. So we started it. We walked, 1.5 miles, gave each other a five. It was awesome. And we kept doing it over and over and over again. And, well, it's been, when we started, I started keeping a journal. So, like this date, this time, this is when we texted. And then if there's anything, interesting about the day, like if it was snowing or raining or whatever. And if we had any special guests, we've had a number of special guests come do the walk with us. But one high five only takes up one tiny little line in this journal. But we've been doing it now for 5.5 years, so there have been hundreds of high fives. And I love flipping through that journal. It's just a reminder that, just being faithful to something really small over a long period of time, all of a sudden it turns into something. And I've loved singing this song on this tour, because that's what this tour is about. It starts with individual relationships and individual songs. And hey, let's try these songs out this year. And before you know it, it's 20 years down the road, and we have a lot of shared history, and not just the people on stage, but with a lot of people out here. So I wrote this song inspired by the high five, and inspired by the great Eugene Peterson, who was always an advocate for small things, small churches, and talked about how important they were. And I'm going to bring up my high five buddy to help play this song with me. Please welcome Gabe Scott. Your world is filling up with shiny things, and the pressure of keeping up are rising. They'll tell you something's missing and try to sell you more. But going bigger, faster, it's not always what you need. Knowing small things matter, there's really no small thing. Sometimes my economy is upside down. I lose track of the things I care about. When I start chasing power, I wind up getting caught. 'Cause I could climb the ladder and get further from my dreams, knowing small things matter, it's really no small thing. So take a walk with me on Monday morning through the same old small streets of our neighborhood. Oh, it's no marathon that ends in glory, but it's good. It's good. Oh. So pay close attention to the ones who've been living with a long obedience in the same direction. They'll tell you without speaking of the beauty in this world. If beauty's what you're after, it's here in spades to see. Knowing small things matter changes everything. If beauty's what you're after, just look close to see. Knowing small things matter, it's really no small thing. Thank you very much.
Jill Phillips and Andy Gullahorn, those guys. Really think they're a gift to this city. So amazed by what they do.